Hello, and welcome to Sleepy Nourishment. I'm really glad you found your way here tonight. Maybe today was long, or maybe you're someone who likes to let the mind wander, following quiet thoughts and gentle rhythms instead of forcing yourself to fall asleep. Either way, this moment is just for you. You don't need to do anything at all. Simply rest. Let your breathing slow down. Let your shoulders soften and allow your body to feel a little lighter, as if gravity itself has decided to be kind tonight. Because this evening, we are not here to rush. We are here to drift. And as we move gently through this journey, whether you are awake or already halfway into sleep, you are still part of these natural rhythms. Everything continues, softly, slowly. May this be a calm space for you to rest, and I'll be here with you. Tonight, we're not going to talk about food in a rushed or noisy way. There's no need to analyze flavors or remember details. Instead, we'll slowly drift through gentle, separate, and calming facts about one of the most delicate gifts of culinary culture. Let your body rest. Allow your shoulders to soften. There's nothing you need to do, and nothing you need to remember. Just listen to this voice, and let each quiet fact arrive and pass, like small waves along the shore. Now let your mind drift toward the east, to Sushi, where simplicity quietly hides deep craftsmanship. Long ago, sushi was not created to be eaten the way we know it today. It began as a quiet method of preservation. Fresh fish was packed tightly into cooked rice and left to rest for months. As the rice slowly fermented, it protected the fish from spoiling. The rice was never meant to be enjoyed. It did its job and was thrown away. What remained was preserved fish, simple, functional, and born from patience rather than pleasure. The earliest form of sushi is called narration. Fish was salted, then buried deep inside fermented rice. It rested there for months, sometimes even a full year. When the time came to eat, the rice was discarded without hesitation. Only the fish mattered. Strong in flavor, sour and intense. This ancient method still exists today, quietly practiced in a few regions, like a living memory of sushi's earliest breath. Modern sushi was born in Edo, what we now call Tokyo, in the early 1800s. It wasn't refined dining. It wasn't slow. Nigiri sushi began as fast street food. Fresh fish placed on seasoned rice, meant to be eaten quickly with the hands. Simple, portable, immediate. Busy city life demanded speed, and sushi answered gently with efficiency wrapped in care. Early nigiri sushi was not small. In fact, it was nearly 3 times the size of what we eat today. More like a large rice ball topped with fish. It was filling, designed to satisfy hunger fast. Over time, the portions grew smaller. Precision replaced size. What remained was balance, a single bite, holding just enough to feel complete, and then let go. One name often whispered in sushi history is Hanaya Yohei. He is widely credited with shaping nigiri sushi as we know it. Yohei began serving fresh fish instead of fermented fish. This small change was revolutionary. It turned sushi into something lighter, fresher, and more immediate. His idea spread softly through Edo, changing the future of sushi without ever needing to shout. Vinegar was not added for flavor at first. It was added to imitate time. Fermentation once took months. Vinegar created that sourness instantly. It made rice safer and faster to prepare. The taste reminded people of the old methods while embracing the new rhythm of the city. A quiet shortcut that still respected tradition and gently reshaped it. Surprisingly, salmon was not part of traditional Japanese sushi. For many years it was avoided due to parasites. In the 1980s, Norway introduced parasite-free salmon to Japan. Slowly, trust was built. Today, salmon is one of the most loved sushi toppings worldwide. A reminder that tradition can evolve when patience meets safety and time allows change. Wasabi wasn't created just for spice. It served a purpose. Real wasabi has natural antibacterial properties. Placed between fish and rice, it helped reduce harmful bacteria and parasites. The sharp sensation was simply a side effect. Protection came first. Flavor followed quietly after never overpowering, only guarding what needed care. Pickled ginger or gari is not a garnish. It's a pause, a reset for the palate. Between different fish, ginger clears lingering flavors, so each bite feels new. Not meant to be eaten together, but between moments. Like rinsing the mind before the next thought arrives, fresh and unclouded. Over time, sushi drifted beyond Japan, across oceans into new cultures, new tastes. It adapted gently. Inside-out rolls, new ingredients, new forms. Yet the heart remained. Rice, fish, balance. Today, sushi is one of Japan's most recognizable symbols, quietly reminding the world that simplicity can travel far without losing its soul. For a long time, sushi chefs were almost always men. There was a quiet belief behind this tradition. People once thought that women's body temperature was naturally warmer, and that this warmth could affect raw fish. So sushi making, especially handling fish with bare hands, was considered unsuitable for women. Today we know this isn't scientifically true, and slowly, the tradition is changing as skill replaces old assumptions, one careful hand at a time. The word sushi does not mean fish. It means something older, something quieter. The word comes from an ancient term that means sour. It refers to the tangy flavor created by fermentation. Long before fresh fish, long before elegance. Sushi was about time and patience and gentle acidity. Even now, that faint sourness in the rice still carries the memory of its very first beginning. In old Edo, sushi was not served behind polished counters. It lived on the streets. Small mobile stalls called yatai lined busy roads. Customers ate standing up using their hands. A cloth curtain often hung nearby so diners could wipe their fingers clean. Quick, simple human. Sushi belonged to the rhythm of daily life, moving with the crowd, feeding workers before quietly disappearing into the night. In 1941, a new form of sushi appeared. It was called gunkan-maki, or battleship roll. Rice wrapped in seaweed shaped like a small boat. Its purpose was practical. It could hold soft, loose ingredients like salmon roe. This small invention allowed delicate textures to stay in place, cradled gently. Proof that even in difficult times, creativity finds a calm way forward. In 1958, sushi found motion. Conveyor belt sushi, or kaitenzushi, was invented in Japan. The idea came from factory assembly lines. Plates moved slowly past diners, removing pressure, removing formality. Sushi became more accessible, more relaxed. No rush, no need to order. Just watch, wait, and take what feels right. Like choosing moments as they gently pass by. Not all rice can become sushi rice. Sushi always uses short or medium grain rice. These grains contain more starch, allowing them to cling together. Long grain rice would fall apart, breaking the balance. Each grain must hold yet separate easily in the mouth. Sticky but not heavy. This quiet structure is essential, supporting the fish without ever competing with it. During the Edo period, a method called ikejin was developed. It's a precise way of killing fish instantly by stopping nerve signals. This reduces stress, slows spoilage, and preserves texture. The fish remains calm even after death. Flesh stays firm, clean, and clear in flavor. It's a technique rooted in respect, minimizing suffering while honoring the ingredient's final purpose. The soy sauce used for sushi is not the same as cooking soy sauce. It's thicker, slightly sweeter, and less harsh. Made to complement raw fish, not overpower it. Only a small touch is needed. Too much and the balance is lost. In sushi, soy sauce whispers. It never shouts. A quiet accent supporting the fish and then stepping gently aside. Over time, sushi traveled far from its origins, across oceans into cities around the world. Its shape changed, its ingredients adapted, but its identity remained clear. When people think of Japan, they think of sushi, a symbol of care, precision, and calm simplicity. A dish that speaks softly, yet is understood everywhere without needing translation. Every year, on June 18th, the world celebrates International Sushi Day. There are no rules, no ceremonies, just appreciation for rice, fish, hands, and time. a reminder that sushi, once a preservation method, became a global comfort. Simple food with a long memory, still inviting us to slow down and enjoy one bite at a time. In sushi, rice comes before fish. This may sound surprising, but many sushi chefs spend years learning only how to cook rice properly. The rice called shari must be warm, gently seasoned, and perfectly balanced. If the rice is wrong, even the finest fish cannot save it. Rice is the foundation, quiet, steady, supporting everything above it without asking for attention. Sushi rice is mixed in a wooden bowl called a unhurried. Wood has a quiet ability. It absorbs excess moisture without drying the rice. This keeps each grain tender yet defined. As the rice is folded gently, never stirred, the bowl helps release steam slowly. Nothing rushes. The result is rice that holds together but never feels heavy. Soft, balanced, and ready to rest beneath the fish. After seasoning, the rice chefs use a hand fan, not for show. Fanning cools the rice quickly, locking in shine and preventing sogginess. As air passes over the grains, they become glossy, a quality called shin. The movement is rhythmic, calm, almost meditative. Rice cools, breath slows, and the kitchen settles into a gentle flow, guided by quiet motion. Sushi rice should never be cold. Its ideal temperature is close to the human body, around 37 degrees Celsius. Warm rice feels alive. It softens the fat in the fish, allowing flavors to open slowly. Too hot, and it cooks the fish. Too cold, and the balance breaks. This gentle warmth creates harmony, where rice and fish meet, neither dominating, both easing into each other without resistance. The traditional sushi knife, called yanagiba, is sharpened on only one side. This creates a clean, precise cut. The blade glides through fish without crushing delicate fibers. Each slice remains smooth, glossy, and intact. The sound is soft, almost a whisper. A good cut preserves texture and respects the fish's structure. Nothing torn, nothing forced, only separation done with care. When people say sushi fish melts, it's not imagination. That sensation comes from fat. As fish warms slightly in the mouth, its fatty tissues soften and dissolve gently. This creates smoothness without chewing effort. The tongue does less work. The experience becomes calm, almost effortless. Melting is not speed, it's surrender. A quiet release where texture fades and flavor lingers just a moment longer. Before you taste sushi, your eyes arrive first. Deep red tuna, called maguro, signals richness and depth. Color prepares the mind. It builds expectation and appetite. This visual moment is important. Good sushi counters are lit carefully to highlight freshness and natural shine. When color feels right, the mind relaxes. Trust forms even before the first bite reaches the tongue. In a quiet sushi kitchen, sound matters. When a knife passes through fish, it creates a faint, soft sound. Not sharp, not loud, just a gentle whisper of motion. That sound tells the chef and the listener that the cut was clean. In this stillness, even small noises feel intentional. A reminder that silence can carry information when we allow ourselves to notice it. True wasabi does not come from a tube. It comes from a fresh root grated slowly on shark skin. This creates a smooth, creamy texture. Its heat is soft, rising gently and fading quickly. Unlike harsh spice, real wasabi never burns. It clears, then disappears. A quiet presence meant to protect and support, not overwhelm, like a breath of clean air passing through and gone. Seaweed called nori must be crisp. When it touches the tongue, it should crackle lightly, then dissolve. Moisture is its enemy. That's why nori is often added last, right before serving. When fresh, it releases a subtle ocean aroma. Dry, salty, and delicate. A thin layer holding everything together before quietly vanishing, leaving only balance behind. Sushi rice must hold together, but only just enough. If it's too sticky, it feels heavy. If it's too loose, it falls apart. The goal is balance. Each grain should cling briefly, then separate gently in the mouth. This creates a soft collapse, not resistance. Chewing becomes slower, calmer. The rice disappears quietly, leaving space for the fish and allowing the mind to rest between each breath. A good sushi counter should never smell fishy. Instead, the air carries light notes of vinegar and a faint ocean breeze. Clean, subtle, almost invisible. This scent tells the body that the food is fresh and safe. Strong smells disturb the senses. Soft ones invite stillness. In this calm atmosphere, the mind relaxes, trusting what is about to arrive without needing explanation. One secret of great sushi is temperature contrast. The rice is warm, the fish is cool. When they meet, fat softens, flavor opens. If both are cold, taste feels flat. If both are warm, texture suffers. This gentle difference awakens the senses without startling them. A quiet conversation between temperatures happening in the mouth, then fading slowly like warmth returning to the hands. A sushi chef's hands are always slightly cool and lightly moist. This prevents rice from sticking and keeps fish fresh. Many chefs rinse their hands, often adjusting temperature instinctively. Hands become tools as important as knives. Their touch must be gentle, confident, and consistent. In sushi, the hands are never rushed. They move slowly with intention, as if shaping not just food, but a quiet moment of care. Lighting in a sushi restaurant is never accidental. It's designed to enhance shine, not hide flaws. Soft light reveals freshness without glare. Fish should look moist, alive, and clean. Harsh lighting creates tension. Gentle lighting creates trust. In this calm glow, ingredients appear honest, and the mind softens. Seeing becomes part of tasting long before the first bite is taken. Umami, the deep savory taste, is central to sushi. It forms when natural compounds combine, especially in fish. Glutamic acid meets nucleotides and flavor deepens. This reaction happens quietly, without spice, without saltiness. Umami feels round, full, and comforting. It doesn't excite, it satisfies. The mouth relaxes as if recognizing something familiar and ancient and deeply nourishing. The heat of wasabi does not linger on the tongue. Instead, it rises gently into the nose, then fades. This sensation comes from a volatile compound, released only when freshly grated. Unlike chili heat, it doesn't burn. It clears, then disappears. The effect is refreshing, almost cooling. Like a soft breeze passing through, leaving the air cleaner and the senses awake without tension. Hot green tea called agari is often served with sushi. Its warmth washes away oil and resets the mouth. The bitterness is gentle, never sharp. Green tea cleans without interrupting. Between bites, it creates space, allowing flavors to fade fully before the next arrives. This pause is intentional. Sushi is not meant to rush. Each sip like a quiet breath, returning balance to the moment. Octopus and squid require special care. Their texture can be tough if untreated. Chefs score the flesh carefully or massage it with salt. These techniques soften muscle fibers, making them easier to chew. The goal is tenderness, not force. When prepared well, the bite becomes gentle, rhythmic, and calm. A reminder that patience can transform resistance into ease. In many sushi kitchens, silence is intentional. The chef works without unnecessary sound. No loud music, no shouting, only motion and quiet preparation. This stillness invites attention without demand. The guest feels present, but not pressured. In this shared silence, food becomes more than food. It becomes a slow exchange of focus, respect, and calm, moving gently from hands to plate. Rice vinegar is more than flavor. When mixed into warm rice, it gently lowers the pH. This acidic environment slows the growth of bacteria, keeping the rice safer for longer. Long ago, before refrigeration, this mattered deeply. The sourness you taste today is not random. It's chemistry working quietly, protecting, preserving, and allowing sushi to exist calmly and safely in the present moment. The vinegar mixture added to sushi rice contains both sugar and salt. Not for sweetness and not for saltiness alone. Together they soften the sharp edge of acid. Sugar rounds the flavor, salt anchors it. This balance makes the rice calming, not aggressive. Flavor becomes smooth, easy to accept. In chemistry, balance is stability, and in sushi, stability allows the senses to rest without surprise or strain. Freshly caught fish is not always ideal for sushi. Many fish need time. During aging, natural enzymes slowly break down proteins into amino acids. These amino acids create sweetness and umami. Without this rest, fish can taste flat. Aging is not decay when controlled. It's transformation, guided by time. Flavor deepens, texture relaxes. Sometimes waiting quietly is the most important ingredient of all. Tuna is often aged for several days, sometimes a full week. This resting period allows flavor to bloom. Muscle fibers soften. Umami increases. The fish becomes richer without losing clarity. Too short and it lacks depth. Too long and it fades. The window is small and carefully watched. A gentle reminder that timing, not speed, creates the most satisfying harmony. When soy sauce touches raw fish, a quiet reaction begins. Salt interacts with proteins, enhancing natural sweetness. Fermented compounds add depth without heaviness. Only a small amount is needed. Too much overwhelms. Used correctly, soy sauce becomes a bridge connecting rice and fish. Not a cover, not a mask. Just a subtle chemical conversation happening briefly before dissolving into balance. Fat in fish, called lipids, plays a gentle role. Flavor molecules dissolve easily in fat. This allows taste to spread slowly, evenly across the mouth. Lean fish feels clean. Fatty fish feels round and comforting. Neither is better. They simply speak differently. Fat gives flavor a place to rest before drifting away, leaving a soft echo instead of a sharp ending. Wasabi contains natural antibacterial compounds. These compounds help reduce the risk of harmful microbes on raw fish. This was especially important in the past. Before science, before refrigeration, wasabi worked quietly, protecting without being noticed. Its heat was never the goal. Safety was. Even now, that small green layer still serves its ancient purpose, silently guarding each bite without asking for attention. Sushi rice contains a type of starch called amylopectin. This starch gives rice its gentle stickiness. It allows grains to hold together while remaining soft. Other rice lacks this balance. Amylopectin creates structure without rigidity. In chemistry, this is cohesion. In sushi, it becomes comfort. Rice holds briefly, then lets go, mirroring the rhythm of breathing, steady and calm. Seaweed especially, nori is rich in glutamic acid. This compound is a powerful source of umami. Even in thin sheets, its effect is noticeable. It deepens flavor without weight. When nori touches warm rice, aroma awakens. The chemistry is subtle yet effective. A reminder that small elements often carry the strongest influence when allowed to work quietly in the background. Sujime is a traditional technique of lightly salting fish. Salt draws out excess moisture through osmosis. This concentrates flavor and firms texture. The process is brief, carefully timed. Too long and the fish stiffens. Too short and nothing changes. When done well, the fish feels cleaner, sweeter, more focused. A gentle lesson in restraint, guided by chemistry and patience. Salmon roe, called ikura, holds tiny pockets of liquid. When you bite down, they pop softly. Inside is a salty, protein-rich fluid, cool and clean. This release happens instantly, then disappears. The sensation is brief, almost playful, yet controlled. Chemistry meets texture here. Pressure breaks the membrane. Flavor spreads, then fades. A reminder that even the smallest structures can hold quiet bursts of sensation when treated gently. Shrimp is often lightly boiled before becoming sushi. This heat changes its proteins. The flesh turns pink and sweet. Cooking tightens structure, but only just enough. Overcooking makes shrimp firm and dull. The goal is softness with clarity. Heat activates sweetness without removing moisture. A careful balance where chemistry enhances nature, then steps aside, leaving the shrimp calm and easy to enjoy. Grilled eel, called unagi, is brushed with a sweet sauce. As it cooks over charcoal, the sugars caramelize. This reaction is called the Maillard reaction. It creates warmth, depth, and a gentle bitterness. The surface darkens while the inside stays soft. Fat melts and flavor deepens. This chemistry turns eel into comfort, rich, slow, and grounding, like warmth settling into the body. One reason sushi feels balanced is the meeting of opposites. Acid from vinegar meets fat from fish. Acid cuts richness, fat softens sharpness. Neither dominates. Together, they create calm. This interaction cleans the palate while satisfying it. The mouth feels refreshed, not overwhelmed. In food chemistry, this is harmony. In the body, it feels like ease, as if everything has found its place without effort. Fresh ginger contains natural pigments called anthocyanins. When ginger is pickled in vinegar, these pigments react with acid. Slowly, a soft pink color appears. No dye is needed. The color is chemistry, not decoration. It signals freshness and proper preparation. This gentle transformation happens quietly over time, a visual reminder that subtle reactions can create beauty without force or noise. Before preparing fish, chefs sometimes rinse it with sake. Alcohol dissolves odor-causing compounds called amines. This removes unwanted smell without masking flavor. The sake evaporates quickly, leaving the fish clean. No residue, no heaviness, just clarity. This chemical property has been used for centuries, long before lab explanations existed. A simple action guided by experience and trust in gentle solutions that respect the ingredient. Not all fish taste the same. White fish called shiromi contains less fat. Its flavor is light, clean, and subtle. Red fish like tuna contains more fat and deeper umami. Chemistry shapes this difference. Fat carries flavor. Less fat means less weight. This contrast allows sushi to move in sequence from gentle beginnings to rich endings without overwhelming the senses. Octopus muscle is naturally firm. To soften it, chefs massage the flesh with salt. Salt breaks down protein structures slowly. This makes the texture tender without cooking. The process requires time and attention. Too much force ruins it. Too little changes nothing. Chemistry responds to care, not speed. When done correctly, octopus becomes gentle, chewable, and calm, like resistance slowly learning to let go. Sushi display cases are kept cold for a reason. Low temperature slows oxidation. Oxidation damages fats and dulls flavor. By reducing this process, freshness lasts longer. Color stays bright. Texture remains intact. This is not freezing, but gentle preservation. Cold acts like a pause button, holding ingredients in a quiet state, waiting patiently until the right moment arrives to be served. Tuna's red color comes from a protein called myoglobin. When exposed to oxygen, myoglobin slowly oxidizes. The red fades, turning brown. This doesn't always mean spoilage, but it signals change. Time has passed. Chemistry has moved forward. In sushi, timing matters. Knowing when to serve and when to let go is part of the craft. A calm awareness of transformation and impermanence. Becoming a sushi chef, called an itamai, takes time, often 10 years or more. In the beginning, apprentices do not touch fish. They clean, observe, and practice patience. Years may pass before they are allowed to prepare rice. This slow training builds discipline, respect, and quiet confidence. Sushi is not learned quickly. It grows like trust through repetition, silence, and steady presence. Omakase means I trust you. When you choose omakase, you give control to the chef. There is no menu. The chef decides what to serve and when. This trust creates calm. The guest lets go of choice and expectation. The chef reads the moment, adjusting pace and flavor. Omakase is not about surprise, it's about surrender and allowing the experience to unfold gently without resistance. Traditionally, sushi is eaten in a specific order. Light flavors first, white fish, delicate textures. Then richer fish, red flesh, fatty cuts. This progression protects the palate. Strong flavors never overpower subtle ones. Each bite builds slowly. The experience feels smooth, uninterrupted. Like music starting softly and growing deeper, then ending calmly without noise or sudden change. Using your hands to eat sushi is perfectly acceptable. In fact, it's traditional. Hands offer better control and protect the rice's shape. Chopsticks can press too hard. Hands are gentler. They move naturally without tension. Eating this way creates connection. Touch becomes part of the experience. Simple, direct, human. A reminder that sushi began on the streets, meant to be held, not admired from a distance. When using soy sauce, only dip the fish, never the rice. Rice absorbs too much liquid, becoming salty and unstable. Fish needs only a light touch. Sometimes the chef has already seasoned it. Soy sauce should support, not dominate. This small habit preserves balance. Less is always more. A quiet restraint that keeps the bite intact and the experience gentle from start to finish. Sushi is meant to be eaten in one bite. This allows rice and fish to arrive together. Cutting sushi in half breaks the harmony. The textures separate. The balance is lost. One bite keeps everything aligned. It becomes a complete moment, brief and whole. Nothing lingers. Nothing rushes. Just a single contained experience arriving, then disappearing without effort. When placing sushi in the mouth, the fish should touch the tongue first. This releases flavor gently. The rice follows, softening the taste. This small detail changes everything. The bite feels smoother, more natural. Chefs design sushi for this order. The movement is subtle, almost unnoticed. But when done correctly, the mouth relaxes and the experience flows without interruption. Mixing wasabi into soy sauce is traditionally avoided, especially with sushi. Wasabi's aroma is delicate and easily lost. When diluted, its purpose fades. For sushi, the chef places wasabi precisely between fish and rice. This preserves its function and fragrance. With sashimi, mixing may be acceptable, but with sushi, separation keeps intention clear and balance intact. Pickled ginger is not decoration. It's a pause. Eaten between pieces, not during. Ginger clears the palate and resets taste. It prepares the mouth for the next flavor. Using it correctly keeps sensations distinct. Without it, flavors blur. With it, each bite feels fresh. A simple ritual creating space between experiences so nothing overlaps or feels rushed. Rubbing wooden chopsticks together is often seen as impolite. It suggests the chopsticks are cheap or poorly made. In sushi culture, this gesture breaks respect. Good chopsticks need no adjustment. They arrive ready. This small detail reflects a larger value. Attention and care matter. Even tiny actions communicate intention, quietly shaping the atmosphere of the shared dining moment. A traditional sushi meal often ends with tamago. This sweet rolled omelet is simple and gentle. Chefs use it as a quiet signature. If the tamago is good, the rest likely was too. Egg reveals skill. It requires balance, heat control, and timing. Ending with tamago feels comforting, like dessert without heaviness. A soft conclusion bringing warmth and calm closure to the entire journey. A sushi chef does more than prepare food. They observe. They notice how fast you eat, how you react when you pause. From this, they adjust pace, serving slower or faster as needed. This silent communication creates flow. No words are exchanged. The meal becomes synchronized breath, matching breath moment, following moment, without disruption or explanation. Seasonality, called shun, is central to sushi. Fish is best only during certain times of year. Eating out of season means less flavor and less harmony. Chefs respect this rhythm. They wait. Winter fish is rich. Summer fish is light. This cycle mirrors nature. Sushi follows the ocean's calendar, not convenience, allowing each ingredient to arrive at its quiet peak, then gently fade away. Tuna grows fattier during colder months. The fat helps the fish retain body heat in icy water. For diners, this means deeper flavor. Winter tuna feels soft, buttery, and full. Summer tuna is leaner, cleaner, and lighter. Understanding this cycle helps chefs choose wisely. Nature prepares the fish. The chef simply waits and listens, serving richness only when the season allows it. Sea urchin, called uni, is extremely delicate. Its sweetness fades quickly. That's why uni is best eaten immediately after opening. Time dulls its aroma and texture. When fresh uni feels creamy and ocean bright, there is no room for delay. Uni teaches urgency without rush. A brief window of perfection offered softly, then gone, if not accepted in time. Sushi culture values respect. Nothing is wasted. Every part of the fish has purpose. Bones make broth. Scraps become staff meals. Waste breaks harmony. Respect begins before cooking. It shapes how fish are handled, cut, and served. This mindset creates care. Food becomes partnership, not consumption. Eating sushi is participating in a cycle where gratitude matters as much as flavor. Bamboo rolling mats, called makisu, require care. After use, they must be washed and dried thoroughly. Moisture causes mold. Mold breaks trust. Proper drying extends life. This quiet maintenance reflects discipline. Tools are respected, not replaced casually. Even unseen routines shape quality. Behind every perfect roll, there are small habits performed patiently when no one is watching. In traditional settings, offering the chef a glass of sake is a sign of appreciation. It's not payment, it's gratitude. The chef may accept or politely decline. The gesture matters. It acknowledges effort and presence. This exchange builds warmth without words. A quiet thank you shared across the counter, creating connection beyond food and beyond formality. In conveyor belt sushi restaurants, speed matters. To keep up, many use robots to form rice. Machines create consistency. Chefs focus on fish and assembly. Technology supports tradition without replacing it. Efficiency reduces strain and keeps prices accessible. Even here, balance is key. Human judgment guides machines, ensuring that speed never erases care or intention. Eating sushi can feel meditative. There is no distraction. Each bite arrives alone. Attention narrows to texture, temperature, taste. The present moment expands. Thoughts slow. Breathing steadies. Sushi invites awareness without instruction. You don't try to focus. You simply do. In this quiet act, eating becomes presence, and presence becomes rest even before sleep arrives. Sushi is gentle on the body. It doesn't sit heavy in the stomach, and it doesn't pull energy away from the mind. There is no deep frying, no thick sauces, no overload. After eating sushi, the body feels clean and awake, but calm. This lightness helps avoid the feeling known as a food coma. Instead of sinking energy, stay steady. The body remains comfortable, making it easier to relax and eventually drift toward rest without resistance. Many sushi fish, like salmon and tuna, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These fats support brain health and heart function. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation and support communication between brain cells. The effect is subtle, not immediate. But over time, they support clarity and emotional balance. Eating sushi becomes nourishment, not stimulation. The brain feels supported, not pushed. A quiet kind of care working gently beneath awareness long after the meal ends. Seaweed used in sushi contains iodine. Iodine supports the thyroid gland, which regulates metabolism. Without enough iodine, the body feels slow and tired. Sushi offers this mineral naturally in small, balanced amounts. Nothing excessive. just enough to support rhythm. The body appreciates moderation. Like everything in sushi, seaweed plays its role quietly supporting balance without demanding attention or creating imbalance. Rice vinegar does more than flavor. It supports digestion. Vinegar stimulates stomach acids, helping the body break down food more efficiently. This reduces heaviness and discomfort. Blood sugar levels may also remain steadier after eating. The result is calm digestion, not stress. The body doesn't struggle. It processes, then rests. A gentle internal rhythm that mirrors the external calm of sushi working quietly and smoothly beneath the surface. Wasabi creates a cooling clarity. Its vapor rises gently into the nasal passages, opening them. Breathing feels clearer. The effect is brief and refreshing. Unlike strong spices, it doesn't linger. It arrives, clears, then leaves. This light stimulation wakes the senses without agitation. A small reset. The body becomes more present, more aware, yet still relaxed. Like a window briefly opened, then softly closed again. Sushi is visually calming. Clean lines, balanced colors, simple shapes. The brain responds to this order. When food looks harmonious, the mind relaxes. There is no visual chaos, no clutter. This quiet beauty satisfies aesthetic needs, often without us realizing it. Before tasting, the mind already feels safe. This visual calm lowers mental noise, making it easier to slow thoughts and sink into a restful state even before the last bite. Fish provides lean protein. Protein helps repair tissue and restore energy without storing excess fat. Unlike heavy meats, fish digests easily. The body receives fuel without burden. Muscles recover quietly. Energy stabilizes. This balance supports evening meals or late dinners without disrupting sleep. The body feels supported, not weighed down. Strength returns gently without noise, allowing rest to come naturally afterward. Sushi encourages slow eating. Each piece is small and intentional. This pace allows the brain to recognize fullness properly. Signals arrive on time. Overeating becomes unlikely. The body feels satisfied, not stuffed. Slow chewing also calms the nervous system. Breathing slows. Attention narrows. Eating becomes mindful without effort. This gentle rhythm carries forward, making the transition from meal to rest smooth and unforced. Green tea, often served with sushi, contains L-theanine. This compound promotes relaxation while maintaining gentle alertness. It calms the mind without causing drowsiness. Unlike caffeine spikes, the effect is smooth. Thoughts become softer. Focus feels relaxed, not sharp. This balance supports conversation or quiet reflection without overstimulation. Green tea complements sushi's rhythm, supporting calm awareness that gradually fades into restfulness. Fresh sushi feels cool. Cool foods help lower internal body temperature, especially after a long day. This cooling effect signals the body that it's time to slow down. Muscles relax. The nervous system softens. There is no heat buildup, no heaviness, just balance. This temperature shift prepares the body for sleep, aligning with natural evening rhythms. Sushi doesn't push the body awake, it gently guides it toward calm and eventual rest. There is something calming about watching a sushi chef work. The movements are slow, precise, and repeated. Hands shape rice knife glides, fish settles into place. Nothing is rushed. The mind begins to follow the rhythm. Thoughts soften, attention narrows. It can feel lightly hypnotic without intention, just motion and focus. This quiet observation slows the nervous system, gently guiding the mind towards stillness without effort or instruction. Sushi uses very little heat. Because of this, many vitamins and minerals remain intact. Fish retains delicate nutrients. Seaweed stays rich in trace elements. Nothing is overprocessed. The body receives food closer to its natural state. Digestion becomes easier. Energy feels clean, not heavy. This simplicity reduces strain, allowing the body to absorb nourishment, then rest. Less intervention means less resistance and more ease inside and out. Raw seafood is considered cooling. Pickled ginger brings warmth. Its natural heat balances the cold nature of fish. This prevents discomfort, especially in sensitive stomachs. The body stays centered. Not too cold, not too warm, just balanced. Ginger's warmth spreads gently without lingering. This quiet adjustment helps digestion and comfort. A small companion working subtly to keep the body at ease after the meal ends. After a long week, sushi often feels like a reward. Not indulgent, but thoughtful. It marks a pause, a moment chosen intentionally. This emotional association matters. The brain links sushi with relief and care. Stress loosens. The body responds, releasing tension. Food becomes reassurance, not escape. A reminder that rest can be gentle and nourishing without excess or guilt. Sushi offers balance. Carbohydrates from rice protein, from fish minerals, from seaweed. This combination supports muscle recovery and cellular repair. Nothing overwhelms. The body receives what it needs in harmony. This balance reduces fatigue and supports overnight restoration. Sleep quality improves not from fullness, but from adequacy. The body feels prepared to let go and repair quietly through the night. Many sushi restaurants are intentionally quiet. Soft voices, minimal music. This environment reduces sensory overload. The mind doesn't need to filter noise. Stress eases. Attention returns inward. This calm setting prepares the nervous system for rest. The transition from eating to stillness feels natural. Silence becomes supportive, not empty. A gentle container holding both the meal and the moment with care. Sushi often includes green elements: shiso leaves, cucumber, wasabi. Green is restful to the eyes. It signals nature and safety. Visual fatigue reduces. The nervous system responds. This small detail matters especially after screen-filled days. The eyes soften and tension releases. Color becomes medicine without being noticed. Another quiet way, sushi supports relaxation before sleep even begins. Many people describe sushi as clean eating. There is no greasy residue, no heaviness. The body feels clear and light. Digestion feels smooth. This internal clarity supports calm thoughts. The mind mirrors the body. Clean inside, quiet inside. There is less agitation, less restlessness. Just a sense of order and ease. Making the transition to rest feel gentle and unforced. Sushi's subtle flavors reset taste expectations. After strong spicy or salty foods, the palate can feel tired. Sushi cleans that fatigue. Delicate taste restores sensitivity. The mouth becomes receptive again. This reset affects the mind too. Overstimulation fades. Everything feels quieter, less craving, less tension. Just balance returning slowly, like calm after noise settling naturally. When a sushi meal ends, the body doesn't feel weighed down. There is no pressure to sit still, no need to recover. Instead, there is lightness, a gentle satisfaction. Breathing feels open. The mind slows easily. This makes sushi ideal before rest or sleep. The body doesn't resist letting go. It simply settles into stillness as if already preparing for the quiet rhythm of the night ahead. We've gently traveled together from quiet rice fields to the narrow streets of Tokyo and into warm kitchens filled with soft, familiar scents. Along the way, we discovered that science is not always dry or distant. Sometimes, it's the sound of rice settling in warm hands, the clean taste of fresh fish, or the slow comfort of a simple, balanced meal. I hope you found a little peace in these small details and allowed your mind to rest among them. If your eyelids feel heavy now, this is your moment to let go. And if you'd like to continue this gentle journey, you're always welcome to subscribe and leave a comment about the food that brings you the most calm. Sleep well, and may your dreams be as soft and comforting as the last quiet bite of sushi before the night slowly fades.